Okay, hello everybody. This is Prof. Hussein Kazım from Sohar University, Oman. It's an honor and privilege to participate in the World Renewable Energy Congress in Manchester, August 2025. Our work is related to the energy transition, but main focus on techno-economic evaluation of green hydrogen by production, the hydrogen production in Oman, the expectation and the challenge. I'm representing on behalf of my group, Prof. Maqdam, Prof. Dr. Ali, Prof. Qamar Zaman, and Dr. Ahmed Al-Busaidi. Our work, this presentation contains three parts: introduction, short introduction, and then innovation in carbon-free energy technology, and the takeaway or the conclusion, which is hydrogen, the roadmap for sustainable energy mix for Oman. Now, energy generation in Oman mainly is based on fossil fuel, talking about 88%. This is the data up to 2022 from the International Energy Agency. Around 88 to 90% is coming from natural gas. This is in the range of 10, less than 10% is coming from oil for rural area, such as Masira Island and other rural area. And very, very small, which is coming from wind and solar for small application here and there. Recently, maybe 23 and 24 were 500 mega Ivory 2 solar photovoltaic power plant came. It is not included here because it's coming after these data collected. And as you can see here, wind and solar less than 1% up to 2022. Now it's increased, but still it's limited. The expectation it will be increased more, as I will show in this presentation. Now, for energy-related policies in Oman, several initiatives have been taken to 2014. Let me focus on the pillar one or the main one. 2014 is the Oman Vision 2040 preparation, where Oman put a vision on different, let me say, side views, but one of them related to energy, where they try to enhance and utilize the natural resources in Oman and put it as a part of the vision. In 2019, the National Energy Diversification Strategies, they put the diversification of energy need to consider targets. They put a target, which is 30% of electricity coming from renewable energy by 2030. And definitely there is also another target for 2040, where 35 to 39 to come from renewable energy in 2040. But this is mainly solar and wind. Hydrogen just came in the game. Sorry. Now, in 2021, the official launch of Oman Vision 2040, and in 2023, the net zero emission by 2050 commitment, where Oman, they put a vision to start reducing their greenhouse gas emission up to 2050, where they reach 100%. And by the way, it's not only Oman, all, let me say, GCC countries, the 6 countries, talking about United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain, and Kingdom of Bahrain, and Kuwait, all of them, they put 2050 to reach the 100% greenhouse gas emission, zero greenhouse gas emission. As you can see, it's planned. They put targets, tangible one, and they work to make sure that they meet these targets. Now, definitely, when we talk about energy mixing in Oman, we have to be more innovative. We look from one side to carbon dioxide emission, and from the other side, renewable energy, how to include them and to make more smart, let me say, power system or power energy system. Now, this is example, just one example about the fossil fuel. Fossil fuel used in Oman, which is natural gas and oil mainly, let's say coal or all of them, any type of fossil fuel. At the end, when we have fossil fuel, let's say coal, oil, natural gas, we need to transport it from the place where it's generated into the power plants to be utilized there to produce heat produce steam, rotate turbine, let me say, or directly use it to produce heat, mechanical energy, and generate electricity, rotating the generator to generate electricity. But several part of this energy to be lost in the way. As example, if we 100% have coal, then 38% only producing electricity. Beside the emission coming from this process. Now, we need innovation. We need to use advanced renewable energy technology, mainly in Oman solar and wind, because they are the potential, okay? And definitely we have problem in energy saving. I mean, still in energy saving and connected to the grid is very limited. You may be using hydrogen, since hydrogen can be saved, become an innovative way to improve this part, and also reducing carbon dioxide capture and utilization. I mean, till today, one of the challenges is we have emission in Oman, but there is no much effort in capturing this carbon dioxide and store it under the ground or in the ocean, wherever in the method, or even reduce it. And hydrogen production is the, let me say, the new interest and intention in Oman to invest on large scale. 2023, the Oman signed a contract of billions of US dollar to invest in renewable energy, large scale power plants. And how this changed the game here? Actually, now, rather than we use fossil fuel, we produce hydrogen directly from solar and wind, mainly solar. And if part of it to be, this is green hydrogen, if part of it is on the fossil fuel, then definitely we have to enhance our carbon capture and utilization. At the end, we have hydrogen. Hydrogen supposed to be mainly exported outside Oman, sell it to the world. But definitely here, I mean, always we advise that it's supposed to be part of it utilized in building, industry, transportation inside Oman. Especially the competition for selling hydrogen, for exporting hydrogen, is really the competition is high. We are talking about the main consumer of hydrogen. If we look to the east, China, Japan, South Korea, India recently, and to the west, we are talking about Germany, French, and some European country, and Oman far away from both of them. Besides, several players are in the game. Now we are talking about Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. They are more close now, north of Oman, of Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Neom City, and they have huge project there. We talk about Egypt, we talk about Algeria and Morocco. All of them start producing hydrogen based on green hydrogen based on solar mainly. So I mean, the competition is high. It's important to utilize part of it here in Oman. Also, this let me say these technology, solar technology and wind used for producing green hydrogen, also it will feed the grid. So as you know, the grid electrical power system usually generation, transmission, and distribution. So if we introduce these, let me say, beside these three parts, more storage, demand side management, definitely renewable energy to become part of it. And adding to this, the smartness, making the grid smart by using more sensors and monitoring and controlling of the grid, and connected to the cloud using Internet of Things, or let me say digital twin. It makes the grid more flexible and more smart. Innovation is important here. Furthermore, this power system become more flexible, it's have to be connected to the application. Yeah, I mean, hydrogen will produce, since we have in the grid much energy here, part of it going for electric vehicles. So definitely we need strategy, or let me say a plan to improve this sector, having more electric vehicles in Oman, heating, cooling, and other application to be part of this, let me say, power system flexibility. Now, energy efficiency is another innovation needed to be considered for energy mix in Oman. And the key word here is the efficiency, improving efficiency on the level of energy, on land, on water, on comfort, on waste management, design, resources. As you can see, several sectors need to consider this. And renewable energy, smartness with hydrogen, all of them can help here to make our green buildings, our building more sustainable. The other issue is electrification and clean transportation. Now, these billions to be invested in Oman, the one I mentioned 2023 in June, talking about here, some of them talk about 20 millions and or 51, up to 51, could reach up to 51 billion, billions US dollars investment. It's supposed to be in Al Duqm. Al Duqm here in the middle east of Oman near Arab Sea. Okay, as you can see to the left side of the map here, and where they are going to establish there a large solar photovoltaic power plants in gigas and generate electricity and electrolyzer to produce in the sea to produce hydrogen, and then part of it to convert to ammonia and exports, and part of it to be utilized for several applications. The transportation need to be improved to have more electric vehicles. This part need to be considered as in let me say future plans. Nuclear energy is another part came to the game as the some countries in the Gulf region, such as United Arab Emirates, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, have intention or interest in having large scale power plants for nuclear power plants to generate electricity. But I wonder if it is the same for Oman, especially Oman are more interested in environment. It's part of the culture. Students study this in schools, and the government are really interested to keep the environment far away from any hazards coming from such technology. For the time being, is not on the table, but maybe in the future it could be an option. Now, last part is the hydrogen, the roadmap, sustainable energy mix for Oman. We definitely we need to put a target and we need to make it tangible and then work to make sure that we meet our targets. Energy efficiency and sustainable energy. This is in 2025. Now this year started, the more interest in energy efficiency, a neutral community and rural transformation, the community themselves, rather than only taking energy from the grid, they supposed to start producing part of it, similar to other communities abroad. The smart grid is on the table and starts working. The government and the electricity companies are working to make their grid more smart. Decentralization of renewable energy, wherever there is opportunity for renewable energy, is good to include it in the connected and included in the plan for connected to the system. In 2030, after these green hydrogen projects started working, now it's in the way for installation and commissioning and other, let me stage, but they expected to see the light in 2030. So transition toward the hydrogen economy has become important part to feed the economy in Oman. Smart grid, we will see it there, 100% decentralization system, and more interest to explore the marine energy, OTIC, ocean thermal energy converter, tidal, wave, even wind, offshore wind, I mean, and other opportunity need to be explored in 2030. Now, 2050, we're supposed to have a revolutionary and approaching the hydrogen economy, advanced renewable hydrogen system, because it's not enough to produce hydrogen. It's important to run R&D through the time up to 2050 to make sure that the technology improved in Oman, not only imported from outside, and the economy more depend on hydrogen at that time. Thank you for listening.